It's my 2 years anniversary on YouTube today. I wasn't exactly sure which day it is, and now because of this I checked my first ever uploaded video and it was the 29th of May. Yeah, 5 days after my 18th birthday. Yeah, oh my god, it was long ago. So what happened? Well, I collected almost 200 photo cards in that time. Because I barely had any, maybe I had like 5 or a bit more photo cards when I started YouTube. Like when I started it, like 1 day after or 2 days after, I decided that why not collect photo cards. So yeah, I decided to collect photo cards for Super Junior that night, and then later I ended up with a bunch of biases. Then else I collected 200 albums. It's a bit more now, I think, yeah. About 150 Super Junior and more than 50 non-Super Junior but K-pop albums. God, it's a lot. But I listed here 10 of my favorite groups and how long have I been a fan. Obviously I know most of them for longer, but I kind of try to find the date when I started to get obsessed with them. And from that day when I like, oh my god, I want to know everything about you, like, even, okay, not everything, but I checked all the MVs and learned all the members, or, well, in some cases I already knew that, but then when there is a time when you start to pay attention to that group more, and you know that it's not just like a random few days thing, like when you just get to know a new group, it's different. So yeah, starting with Super Junior, it's 2 years and 7 months now that I've been on ALF, the only fan club name which I use, and the day I count it from is 1 day after their 6th anniversary, which is 2011, 7th of November. So yeah, because I remember telling my friends, yesterday was their anniversary, did you know? And obviously they knew because they are ALFs, but still it was like, whoa. So yeah, this is why I exactly remember the date, and I'm happy that I remember the date. Then my second favorite group is FX, and also 2 years and 7 months I got to learn FX a week sooner than Super Junior. So in this list they are the oldest group, like, which I follow, so it took me more than half a year to get an FX album actually, but yeah, finally I completed their collection, which I also did in these 2 years. Then my third favorite girl group, well, no, not girl group, is T-ara, and I've been a fan for 2 years and 1 month now. Oh my god, it is so hard to learn the T-ara members. They are all just so pretty, and they had those flashy MVs when you can't even look at the person properly, it's already someone else. I don't know, like CCM and their MVs is like, you're not gonna learn the members this way. But the newer ones are easier to learn the members. But the older ones, when I tried to learn them, it was really hard. So it took me long, and I realized that T-ara has some really good music. Like, they're one of the best in K-pop music-wise. And I already liked Injung for a really long time. In September of 2011, so she was already my bias. That's why I know that I knew of the groups sooner and I listened to them. But just that obsession came in the beginning of May 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago. And then my fourth favorite group after school, yeah, it was a month before I ordered my first after school album, which are like, I had to get them because they were almost out of print, and yeah. And it was already 1 year and 6 months ago, so I counted from 2012 December, the beginning of December. Yeah, I spent my Christmas learning after school, yeah, pretty much. I already knew about them, just, yeah. After school is not one of the groups for me who has that wow music like T-ara, but in total I like all their stuff and I like all the girls, so yeah. And I knew Kahi for longer as well. And Yui, I knew Yui and Kahi before, so yeah. And my fifth favorite group is Nine Muses, pretty young thing. It was 1 year and 1 month ago, like a few days after the White MV, and I really got upset. I watched them well, 2 months at least. Like I watched everything but you can't really find anything with them. But I watched all the MVs, all the dance practices, and they had that show where they were speaking English, and it was like, and I learned all the members and how and who changed for what, and learned everything. And actually I think they are pretty hard to learn, but it wasn't that hard for me. I think because by the time I'm already better at telling girls apart in girl groups. So in the same boy group, like if I would start to learn Zia, it would take me ages because guys, and there's a lot of them, so it's easier for me with girls. But I admit that 9muses is a pretty hard group to learn actually. Of course they don't look the same, but they don't look as different as like FX does or something. So yeah, and my 6th favorite group, Shinhwa. Well, I'm not exactly sure, but I remember the obsession, like it was 2 stages. But I should count it from a year ago. It was about 1 month after 9muses when I learned really a lot about Shinhwa. But I watched their when they are with SJ. Oh god, the Shinhwa show. What? Oh my god! Before this, it was I knew it and I forgot the name. Oh god, love that one. I watched it twice. Once when I first watched it, and the second time when I got into Shinhwa. I'm like, oh, you're you. Oh, you're you, and you are you. Oh. Yeah, it was about a year ago, so after This Love was already out, I was like, oh, this song is good. Oh, this song is really good. And my 7th favorite group, that's Shabbat. But it can change actually. It's more than a month, 5 weeks, and I will tell you who is my 7th favorite group actually. But for now it's Shabbat. 1 year and 4 months now. It was after school that I got into Shabbat more, but actually I remember it was on the list of one of my first few MVs of K-pop. I saw their Shupa Dupa Diva MV, and it was fun and weird, and it's really catchy. But I really like their stuff from Hichu and on. So then it's like, and Woohee is my second bias, so obviously I'm glad she joined. So yeah. It's already 1 year and 4 months. Oh god. Sounds like a lot. I don't know, it seems like it was yesterday that I learned the Shabbat members. Then the next group, which is on the list, but they are the reason why this list is not accurate. T-ara. Can I count it for 2 weeks or something? Like, I knew T-ara for a really long time. I had a bias in T-ara for a really long time. I listened to some T-ara songs for a really long time, but T-ara was never one of my top groups for some unknown reason. Oh well, actually I kinda know, but this is some friends and stuff, like they didn't like them, so obviously how could you like them? But yeah, so yeah, it's a really nice time to start to like T-ara when they're in the middle of member changes, and that's ugh. But yeah, I'm totally into this T-ara project thing. I wanna know these girls, and I wanna see what happens. I wanna know which 2 members gets out, and what happens to the rest, because I'm pretty sure DSP has a plan with them. So I'm excited for that group too, because I'm pretty sure there has to be a new group. It would be a much better start than like what Purity got, because that was like starting from 0. But after this project, the rest, the 5 members, will not start from 0. So I want to see where that goes, and I really want to see that comeback with the 2 members who are hopefully my favorites. Yeah, I already watched the first episode obviously as soon as I could. So yeah, the next group, 2PM. 2PM is the group that even if I would want to, I could never get rid of. 2PM is the group whose MV I saw first in K-pop back in 2009 when I didn't get into K-pop at all. But I got into 2PM after SJ about a month, so 2 years and 6 months now. I watched the Idol Army. I've seen Suju's, but it's not as good. It's not because they're Suju, but their 2PM one was much better made. And all the girl groups, I want to rewatch it because Actually, if I would go there and now see the after school episode, I would have an idea what's going on there. Like, then I didn't know who is who that much, so I like, what? And I just barely knew SNSD, and after that I learned about it. And then there was Brown Eyed Girls too, and T-ara. That's like one of the was the first episode or the second, like one of the first ones with T-ara. And I remember that Ji-young was not playing because she's too young. And oh my god, I will rewatch 2PM Idol Army. I have to, because of all the girl groups. I already love 2PM too much. It makes you really love 2PM, I think. That's I think there is the other show which I have on a DVD somewhere from a friend for 2 years now, and I still didn't watch it, and I should watch that one. That's the bunny one. Yeah, the bunny one. I think she said that's their best thing, but I really like that Idol Army. So I've watched Idol Army of 2PM. So 2PM is my first group actually, and Taekyun is my oldest bias ever because I remembered his ears and I remembered liking him when I had no idea about this Chinese thing. I told my friend, leave alone with me with these Chinese people, but obviously they are not Chinese. Oh, 2009 me, it was so stupid. And the 10th group on my list is Infinite. 1 year and 3 months, about a month before Man in Love, and already ordered the new stuff and excited for that. Ordered one older album, and yeah, recently I haven't not spoken about Infinite too much, but came to realize that I don't really speak about boy groups besides Super Junior, so it doesn't mean that I don't like them. I really love Infinite. My mind is still at 2PM, so I really love Infinite. And they are one of the recent groups who I think is really well made and put together, because so many groups debuting can result with talents which would have only chance to debut back then are now in separate groups, if this makes sense. And there are those members who, if it would be 5 years, it was, oh god, 2007 was such a long time ago. I don't know, so 7, 6, like, then people wouldn't get to debut, now get to debut with that level of talent. And so this results of, well, not filler members, because they are obviously talented, but if we would go back and put that group back in that time, then half of the member wouldn't be enough for those groups, because now so many companies get to debut, so many groups. Oh, and I don't even know what I even like of those, so like, ugh, I don't. So Infinite is one of the last groups which I think is, for boy groups, is really well put together. Obviously I like their dances, so obviously I like everything about Infinite, but their dance is really on point, like, yeah. And that's it. Those are my top 10 groups. This top 10 won't change for a while. T-ara is gonna move. Depends on who are the new members, obviously. And because if neither of my favorites gets in, then I'm gonna be upset, obviously. But as I watched it, I started to like each girl a bit differently, and so I like all the 7 actually. But I do not wish them to be a 7-member group, because I don't think the SP can handle 7 members, considering that there are 2 rainbow members who get close to 0 attention. So I prefer DSP having 5 members groups. They are good with that, so that's like my only problem with DSP. Like, there are a lot of stuff going on there too. Neither of these companies are perfect, and there is no such a thing as good company. Okay, so just delete that thing from my mind. You can have favorite companies, but it doesn't mean that they are saints and they do everything right. That's my wise opinion for this day. So yeah, really, just I think you should think about this always. So it doesn't matter how much you see your company as perfect, they are not. Okay, so neither your groups are, but these companies make them look like. So yeah. Bye!